Hey, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to do another inspired makeup look, and this one is actually from someone called Priya Sidhu. She's in Toronto, and one of my girlfriends came over yesterday and she was saying, oh my god, I love this girl's makeup. I'd love to be able to do it. So this video is for you, but it's also for anyone else who's interested in this kind of makeup look. I'm going to put a picture up on the screen and show you exactly what I'm thinking about when I look at the picture. So you can see it's very, very minimal makeup. It looks like she took like a really like orange color out and blowed it out. She blew out an orange color in the crease, and then it's like a chocolatey brown on the lid with lots of lashes and just like very, very smoky but natural makeup. So I'm gonna try that. I'm going to take the Soft Glam palette and start off with just putting tempera all over kind of like the crease and transition. And I'm doing that just so that kind of lightens everything and gives me a soft base. I'm actually going to pull it onto my lid too. Kind of like going to set the concealer with that. So I'm going to try and actually use a little mirror for this. That way it doesn't get in the way of the shot. I think in the last video I used my big magnifying mirror and it kind of got in the way. Now I'm going to take the color Orange Soda and I'm going to blow that out all over the crease. The one shade that this palette is kind of missing is a darker orange shade. I might need to go into my Modern Renaissance palette and grab Realgar. I think that's the orange shade from there. And just like stick that a little bit more in the crease, but we'll see. So in Priya's look, you see a lot of the orange shade and then you don't really see it too far out. You just see it kind of a lot of the orange shade up here near her brow bone, or like whatever that area is here above the transition. She has a lot of space between like her eye and her eyebrow. It's like way up here. So she's got a lot of real estate to work with. Mine's not bad, but she's got a little bit more space. I'm just gonna blend that. And make sure you always blend it into this part of your eye too. If you miss that, it looks kind of weird once you put a darker shade on top. Bring it in. I love to find inspiration on Instagram. If you checked out my last video, I'll link it up above if you haven't seen it. But I talk about how to find inspiration, and I find that the best time to find inspiration is at night when I'm just chilling, because in the morning I just don't have time to like look through makeup looks to see what I want to do. So another important thing is see how low I'm holding the brush and the angle I'm holding the brush at. You never want to hold the brush at the front and like this way, because you won't be able to see your eye, first of all. And second of all, the product will kind of go downwards onto your eyelid, whereas I want to get the product more on my brow bone area. That's just one little tip. And you could actually, if you didn't want to buy a brush, you could try out this brush that came with the palette. It's a little bit stiffer than what I'm using, but it still works. Okay, so you could stop here if you wanted to, if you didn't want to buy another palette, but if you have any other orange shade in any of your other palettes, I would recommend using that now. I'm going to grab my Modern Renaissance palette. So here's the Modern Renaissance palette, and as you can see, there's like a really, really nice orange shade in here. I'm going to take that color. I'm going to take it because I really want to darken this part of the eye. It's more similar to what Priya did. I love these Anastasia palettes. They're so pigmented. So when I get to the end, sometimes I like to pull it as a wing, but today I'm just going to actually go in circles. That way the product doesn't become too winged out, just kind of ends over here, but it is blended. So I'm going to go in circles over here, windshield wipers over here, and just kind of in circles in the front here. Another good tip is to have a mirror that is either farther away or below your eye level. That way you can still see what's going on and your eye is kind of like closed. If you do it like this, it'll be hard to see the full effect of your eye because you're kind of creating a crease with your eye. See how there's like a fold in my eye now? So it's kind of hard to see like what's going on in that fold. Whereas if I hold it like this, there's not really any folds in my eyes and I can really see what's going on and where my product is applying and if everything's blended and all that stuff. I'm actually going to take a tiny bit, and now I am going to slant the brush this way because I want to put a little bit of the product on my lid as well. By doing this, when I add brown, I think it'll be easier to blend and it will be more seamless. So now that I'm done blending out the crease, I'm going to start adding the brown shade onto my lid and then blend out that crease very, very lightly. To pack on the brown shadow, I'm going to start with Cypress Umber, and I'm just going to use the brush that came in with the kit. That way, if you guys don't have another brush at home, you can use the one that came with it. And I'm going to pack that all over the lid. When I pack it on the lid, I'm not going to go too much into the grease. So see how my crease is like that line? I'm going to go right below it because when I blend it out, I want it to blend into the crease. I don't want it to go too much above the crease. And you can see there's a little bit of fallout that came out from there. I'm going to use a fluffy, clean brush and pick up the color this way. Something that I learned from Samantha Ravendell that she does to clean out her fallout. And it usually works pretty well. And then with a clean brush, I'm just going to blend the edges. I'm going to add more color as well. I just want to start the blending process. That way it's easier as I add more layers. Now I'm going to add the brown a little bit higher, but not too high still. And then I'm going to blend it again. So this isn't necessarily a cut crease, but it does have cut crease-like themes because I am kind of carving out the brown shade, but it's not like a stark line like I would do if I had concealer under. This way it still kind of makes the eye look bigger because it is shaping it, but it's more blended than a cut crease. I'm going to take a bit more of the orange soda shade under my lash line. I'm only going to add a liner to the lash line. That way when you add lashes on top, you won't actually see the band as obviously. For mascara, I'm going to be using the Essence Volume Stylist, but any mascara will work. And I'm going to just put enough to coat the lashes, curl them a little bit. I will be putting false lashes on, so don't need to go overboard. If you did want to end the look here, though, totally fine. It would look great. This mascara is getting a little clumpy and old, so bear with me here. Okay, before I forget, inner corner highlight, I'm going to take the shade Glistening here, and I'm going to put that on the brow bone and on the inner corner. Amazing. This inner corner highlight is seriously so pretty. Let me try these. I'm going to do the Ardell Wispies today, and I'm using the Duo Lash Glue. Like I said, you definitely don't need lashes for this look, but it looks good. And that's what Priya did, so that's what I'm going to do. Hers might be even a little bit more orange than mine, but it's essentially the same look, just picking more orange. So as you can see, the lash band stuck on this side, but on the far side, it didn't seem to work. So I'm going to show you what I do when that happens, but I'm going to put the other eyelash on first. Hopefully it works. And then that way the lash glue doesn't dry while it's sitting over there. I'm just going to put this on first and then fix it. So when I have a lash that's on for the most part and just not on the edge, but I don't want to redo the whole thing, I will just apply more glue. And you could either use the same glue and just kind of like be really careful. I'm going to actually take a glue with a different applicator. I'm going to take the Sephora brush tip lash adhesive. And the reason I like this is because the tip is really skinny, so it's kind of easier to get back there. We're good. Get those ear tucks out of there. Ugh, rude. Okay, so that's pretty much the completed look. I'm going to add a lipstick. Just going to put on some of Come On Sis, which is Makeup Sheila and ColourPop's collab. Love this color. And I'll add a little bit of Katy Perry Catul Grif on top. And that is a completed makeup look. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Let me know down below if you've ever recreated a makeup look on Instagram and how it turned out, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.